James and the van. It was a frosty morning on the island of Sodor, and James was bringing a goods train from the Little Western. He was cold and tired, and wouldn't stop complaining. "Why couldn't Duck or Oliver do this?" he moaned. "A splendid engine like me should be pulling coaches, not these troublesome trucks." "Don't worry, James," said his fireman. "We've nearly reached the yard now, so you can have a drink and a rest before your next train." "Good," James replied. "A nice long rest will make me feel much better." Soon they arrived back at the yard. James was still feeling rather upset, and as he stood in the yard, the icy wind swirled around his smokebox. "Bother this cold weather," he shivered. "Right," said his fireman. "I'll jump down and uncouple the trucks. Then we can go and fetch the coaches." He walked over to the coupling and tried to uncouple it, but try as he might, it would not budge. "What's going on back there?" asked James. "I'm going to be late for my passengers." There seems to be a problem with the coupling, said his fireman at last. It looks like we're going to have to take the van with us. What? Exclaimed James. Pull my train and this horrible van too? No, I won't. What would the other engines think if they found out? Great, grumbled the van. Now I'm stuck behind you for the rest of the day. Now come on, soothed his fireman. We must remember the passengers. We can't leave them standing out in the cold. Fine, groaned James. The sooner we take these passengers, the sooner I can get to the works and get my coupling fixed. James arrived at the platform, still cold and upset. As he watched the passengers begin to board the train, he was surprised to see that the passengers didn't take much notice of the van. That's good, he thought to himself. Maybe if the passengers don't notice, then maybe none of the other engines will. As James arrived at the station, he suddenly heard a familiar whistle. "Oh no," said James. "It's Gordon." "Hello, little James. What are you doing coupled to that van?" asked Gordon. "Oh, is that what passes as a special coach nowadays?" Gordon puffed away, still laughing. James tried to ignore him, and it wasn't long before the guard's whistle blew and they continued on their way. James soon arrived at Wellsworth Station. As the passengers began to board, he suddenly noticed the station master talking to someone with a large wooden box. "I'm sorry, but you can't bring this on the train," said the station master. "There isn't enough space. You'll need to wait for the mail train later tonight." "But I'm performing in an important concert," explained the passenger, "and I must get myself and my piano there on time." James listened carefully, and suddenly an idea came to him. "Excuse me," he called, "but you could try putting your piano into my van. I'm sure it would fit, and it would mean you could get to your concert on time." The passenger was delighted. "That's a wonderful idea, James," said the passenger. "What a clever engine you are." James felt rather pleased with himself. "This piano is heavy," moaned the van. "Why did we have to take it?" "Do stop your complaining," puffed James. "All this fuss over one wooden box." "The piano is loaded now, so it's almost time for us to get going," said James to the passenger. So the passenger hurried quickly to their carriage, and moments later the guard blew his whistle, and James knew it was time to leave. At the next station, Sir Topham Hatt was waiting for James to arrive. He was surprised to see a goods van in front of his coaches. He was just about to ask him about it when the owner of the piano came over to see him. "This clever engine and his crew came to my rescue," he explained. "They helped me to transport my piano in time for my band's concert tonight. And James offered to help. You must be very proud of him." "Indeed I am," smiled Sir Topham Hatt. "James, your quick thinking has helped a passenger in need, and you've once again proven yourself to be a really useful engine." "Thank you, sir," puffed James proudly. "Hey, what about me?" cried the van. "I had to carry the piano." Sir Topham Hatt turned his attention to the van. "I hear you helped one of my passengers today," he said. "So I must thank you as well. You are a very useful van indeed, and you've even given me an idea. Perhaps we should consider adding vans to all our passenger trains in future." "I think that's a good idea, sir," said James. "Getting stuck to a goods van wasn't such a bad thing after all." The van was pleased, but a little embarrassed. He wasn't used to getting praise like this, and was looking forward to his next passenger train.
All right. I like that story. I like that the I like that Sir Topham had actually acknowledged the van because he never did that in the show. So I guess there was Scruffy with the troublesome trucks, like uh when he got pulled apart by Oliver, um, but it's just cool to see him interact with like Rolling Stock too, because they are characters. First class engine.
First class engine. Early one morning, Percy arrived back at Tidmouth Sheds, very tired. "Morning, Percy," said Thomas. "You do look tired." "Yes, I am," said Percy sleepily. "I was up all night delivering the mail. It seems like there are more letters and parcels than ever." "Heh," scoffed James. "You're only a little engine. No wonder you struggle to manage those heavy vans. Perhaps Sir Topham Hatt should give the job to another engine, or even Harold. I'm sure they could manage the work." "I can manage fine on my own, thank you," said Percy firmly. "Perhaps," said a voice, "you could do with a little help, Percy." It was Sir Topham Hatt, who had just arrived and had heard everything. "James, you think another engine should help take the mail. I think that's a very good idea, and I'm sure Percy wouldn't mind the lighter workload for a while." Percy was pleased, and James looked smug. That was until Sir Topham Hatt continued. "I'm assigning both you and Percy to tonight's mail run. You can help him collect all the letters and parcels that need to go to the mainland." James was horrified. "But, sir," he protested, "I'm supposed to be taking the express in the morning, and I can't do that if I've been busy all night pulling the mail train." "I'm sure Emily wouldn't mind taking the express in your place, James," replied Sir Topham Hatt. "Now the decision is final, so I'll hear no more about it." And Sir Topham Hatt turned and walked away. Later that night, James and Percy had collected their mail vans and were waiting for them to be loaded at Knapford Station. Percy was trying to explain to James what he had to do, but James was taking no notice. "James, you must remember to collect all the bags of mail at each station," explained Percy. "Sometimes the mail will arrive by road, so you have to be patient and wait for the van to arrive and be loaded into your train before you leave." But James was too busy thinking about getting back to his shed and waking up to pull the morning express. Just then, the guard's whistle blew and the two engines set off. "Good luck, James," said Percy. "I'll manage fine, thank you," James grumbled. Silly Percy, thinking I can't manage a few bags of mail. It can't be that difficult. Right, let's get all this mail loaded into the vans. Then we can be on our way.
Oh, forgot about having to get out of the cab. That's it. Right.
That's all the mail from this station. Let's get going. The sooner we finish collecting all this mail, the sooner I can get back to my shed.
Oh, the train. Trains. The wheel walk, I think it's named. I like that detail.
It looks like the station master is waiting for us. Hello, James, said the station master. Some of the mail arriving by road has been delayed, so you'll need to wait for it to arrive. In the meantime, here is the rest of the mail for you. Bother, muttered James. This is sure to make me late now. Come on, driver. We can't afford to be late. Wait, James, wait, called the station master. But James didn't stop. He was determined not to be late and wanted to prove he was better than Percy. As James arrived at Marron Station, the station master ran up to him looking rather upset. "James," he said, "I've had a phone call from the station master at Wellsworth, and he tells me that you didn't wait for the mail to arrive by road." James felt foolish. "Now," continued the station master, "we have arranged for the mail to be brought here, so please can you wait for it to arrive? It's vital that this important mail reaches its destination on time." This time, James listened carefully, and suddenly an idea came to him. "If I deliver all the important mail," he thought, "then I'm sure that Sir Topham Hatt will say I'm really useful, maybe even more useful than Percy." "Don't worry, sir," said James to the station master. "I promise I'll wait for the mail to arrive and make sure it gets to the mainland in time." "That's a good engine," smiled the station master. "The mail won't be long now, so you'll soon be on your way again." So James waited for the mail to arrive. He didn't have to wait long. He heard a car horn coming from nearby, and then watched as a red post van pulled into the station car park.
Where did I get getting here?
Soon the important mail was loaded, and James puffed quickly away. He was determined to make up for lost time, but was even more determined to prove that he could be as patient as Percy.
Why am I going back? kidding. There's like invisible barriers or something. Realistically, supposed to come all the way over here. Just carry the mail all the way this way. Because that's where the footbridge is. Lagging on the other side of the platform again. In that case, why didn't it just switch me over to that track? I'm gonna go all the way down Vickerstown. Is that how far this is gonna make me go? Curious. I can't see out. So if I stand here, I can remember exactly this thing.
Just one more stop to make. Then we are finished for the night.
I'm stuck. No, I'm stuck. What happened? No, I'm stuck. Why? I don't want to do that again. I am stuck. I can't move. I'm pressing the buttons, but like, I can't move. I literally can't move. Trying to crouch. And crouch, but I can't move around. Like I literally can't move back to the thing. That's really annoying. Hey, I've been streaming this for an hour. It's been taking me that long to do just these 2 stories, and I'm almost done with this one, and I can't move. Can I restart from the checkpoint?
First class engine.
Oh, I can't. I don't want to do this again. All the stories. There's not a whole lot in it. I guess we'll do a shunting challenge. Let's do this shunting challenge. Top map to avoid confusion and delay. Alright.
Welcome to the shunting challenge. As you can see, these trucks are all out of order and need to be put back into their proper places. You should try to get the truck shunted in as few moves as possible to increase your score.
Alright, let's see what we're working with here. Oh, Gordon's over here. That's cool. Which one's the free code? 8? Oh, yeah, 8. So, wait, I can move Thomas. And free camp. I really wish he would. He's getting his skill around. so we got number 4 over there. So we need to get... Oh boy. 5 and 6. Fine, how many trucks are there? There's only 6. So I only have to move these first, so a couple up to those guys. I need to be on this line. I actually need to move backwards. What? I derailed. LBSC E2 steam locomotive. I knew that. Oh, I'm gonna have to look at this again.
Welcome to the shunting challenge.
The truck's faces are completely still.
As you can see, these trucks are all out of order and need to be put back into their proper places. You should try to get the truck shunted in as few moves as possible to increase your score.
So what I want to do is... Wait, is it already set to go that way? Well, like it shows this line, but... I need to go that way, and then I need to go that way. I think, right? Oh, that probably helps. This needs to go. It needs to go that way. I think that's set. Got it. Oh, what happened? There are only 2 shunting challenges. Or do I have to unlock more? Oh, I think I'm gonna end it here. I'm kind of bored. I'm kind of demotivated after the game soft log. Right, so yeah, have a good night, everybody that didn't watch. I have no views. See you next.